Why did a Malaysian princess end up marrying a Dutch store manager? What looked like a happy wedding? Was it really one? The Princess of Malaysia and an ordinary Dutch man became husband and wife. However, the bride's parents were against the marriage. She committed an act that shocked her father, Sultan Ibrahim, and the whole country. But after fighting all odds, why did their love struggle sadly? Princess Aminah was born in 1986 into the royal family of Johor, Malaysia. Her father, Sultan Ibrahim, is a billionaire and one of the wealthiest individuals in the country. Aminah, his only daughter among his 6 children, grew up in a palace with the finest education and luxury. Her life was remarkably successful, except for one aspect: she was unhappy in her personal life. This unhappiness stemmed from her resolve to marry for love rather than convenience, which was the norm among aristocrats. By 2015, at the age of 29, she had turned down numerous royal suitors her father had presented. Despite her family's entreaties, Aminah continued her search for her true love. Who would have guessed that she would find her destiny in an ordinary cafe where she had stopped for a snack? The cafe manager, who appeared European and introduced himself as Dennis, took it upon himself to serve the charming young woman. When their eyes locked, both understood that their lives had irrevocably changed. This encounter marked the beginning of one of the most extraordinary love stories of the 21st century. The tale of how Aminah's destined partner ended up in a cafe in Singapore deserves its own story. Dennis Verbers, a Dutchman from a small town near Amsterdam, initially pursued a sports career after graduating from college and became a semi-professional soccer player. He was then offered a position in Singapore as the manager of the local football club, Tampines Rovers. Alongside this, Dennis worked as a part-time model for magazines and also managed the very cafe where fate brought him to Princess Aminah. Despite their different backgrounds, the two young people sensed a deep connection and knew they were meant to be together. Dennis was initially unaware that he had met a genuine princess, the daughter of a king. To him, Aminah seemed like an ordinary Asian girl, someone he liked very much. Their passionate romance blossomed over about 3 years. Eventually, Dennis discovered that his beloved was the daughter of a king. Meeting her dream man at 29 was indeed a surprise and a reward for her relentless quest for love. However, Sultan Ibrahim, Aminah's father, was adamant about not allowing his only daughter to marry a commoner, especially a European. For 3 years, Aminah tried to persuade him, and eventually, the Sultan agreed, but with conditions. Sultan Ibrahim imposed several requirements on Dennis. He had to convert to Islam, change his name to a traditional Malay name, and sign a marriage contract stipulating that neither Aminah nor their children could aspire to the highest office in Johor. Dennis, deeply in love, accepted all conditions. He converted to Islam, adopted the name Muhammad Abdullah, and agreed to the marriage contract. The wedding took place in Johor Bahru in late summer 2017, chosen to coincide with Aminah's mother's birthday. The grand event was attended by 1,200 guests and followed traditional Malay Muslim customs. Dennis recited a heartfelt poem to Aminah, and after paying a symbolic ransom of 22 ringgit to the Sultan, the celebrations began. The festivities were lavish, with Dennis and Aminah sitting on a golden sofa throne, receiving congratulations and blessings. The ceremony was broadcast live, and while some expected their union to fail due to cultural differences and public scrutiny, Dennis and Aminah appeared happy and content. Despite rumors and slander from the press alleging domestic issues and conflicts, Aminah maintained that these were false. The couple continued to show their happiness in public, and in 2020, they had a daughter, Layla Sophia. They welcomed a son 2 years later, with Aminah focusing on family life. Financially, the couple thrived. Dennis became the head of a prominent real estate development company, and the family acquired a 30% stake in Berjaya Rail, a major railroad company. Sultan Ibrahim's status also rose, as he was elected King of Malaysia in late 2023, elevating Aminah's status to that of a powerful monarch's daughter. Their story, which began with a defiance of tradition, turned into a testament to love overcoming prejudice and adversity. Despite the challenges, their love endured, and they built a successful life together.